fall asleep.
So this is dark.
This is Dark episode 8, and
Eight.
we haven't taped in a while, and I don't remember what happened.
And
You
we
want to
will
ask
answer.
us questions,
Ask us
like,
questions.
how did I do this to my hair? You can write us, sorry,
What kind of gum she's chewing?
I'm chewing Nicorette because I'm addicted to nicotine, but that's nothing compared to what I've been addicted to. I've been around.
So,
So I think we should just turn on the show because
Let's
I don't
just get
fucking
into it.
remember what happened.
okay, here we go.
Well, are we? Okay, hell is empty. This is an upbeat show.
This
Hell is
weird.
empty and all the devils are here. William Shakespeare.
Boy, that was a bad day for him.
I know. What play is that
What
from?
are you talking about?
Hell is empty and all the devils.
devils are here.
Should we look that up? The Tempest. I tell you one thing, if you ever meet my dad, David Rappaport, do not bring up the words The Tempest, because you will get a story about Patrick Stewart that I have heard 100 times. Okay, someone's on a bike. Oh, I know this is a good episode already. I remember.
Do you remember?
Yes, I do. Little boy on a bike. Little boy on a bike.
All we see is a little boy on a bike. Wonder what's going on.
Little boy on a bike, old-timey bike.
Old-timey shoes.
Old-timey shoes, old-timey outfit,
Old-timey
old-timey
outfit.
haircut. Oh my God,
Oh,
people.
here's a young guy.
There's a young man in an old-timey Polizei car with.
Volkswagen police car,
He's
which
got
like a Volkswagen Bug with police eye written on it, which inspires fear in the criminals when you've got your
when you've got
Volkswagen
your
Bug.
bug. Oh, and now we're at a construction site with more Polizei. Little boy.
Yeah, you're right. This is good. This is the
This
first
is
of
this
right?
is really good. This is now we get to the good shit. Anyway, a man says to the man in the Volkswagen, "Thanks for coming over so quickly, Aegon." And we already know there's a character named Aegon or Egon Tiedemann, aka
Sergeant Schultz.
Sergeant Dumkopf Schultz. But now he's a young, trim man.
He's a young man.
Okay, there's 2 corpses of children in this construction site,
And
and
the
the guy
guy
is saying
says-
strange. It's as if someone dressed them in
In
costumes. Oh, the little boy saw it, and he's going away on his
Hightailing.
bicycle.
Yeah.
And they saw him see it. Okay. All right, we go from a shot of the dead boys to a billboard. What it says is an important investment, nuclear power for every household. And the family in the billboard, the little boy, is the boy we just saw on his bike. Okay, now we're back in the woods. Name of the episode is As You Sow, So You Shall Reap. That's a Bible quote. We know this is Tannhaus.
This is Tannhaus. We have seen him. He's got lab coat on and he's making cloth.
Yeah, you don't need a lab coat to fix
No.
a watch. I mean, you're not a fucking medical doctor. On time like clockwork.
Good pun.
Ha. Oh,
There's-
Scraggly Jesus.
Scraggly Jesus, he's just there.
He's there. I don't know what year this is because Tannhaus looks old.
He looks old here.
I mean, Scraggly Jesus always
He
looks like a hippie. Looks like a
Yes.
dirty hippie.
He looks like a dirty
A dirty hot hippie. Let's be honest. Where were we? Okay, so they're having a conversation about the Einstein-Rosen bridge, a passage, which if you're a Marvel fan, they talk about that a lot in Thor. Well, the Einstein-Rosen bridge, let's look that up.
What is
here.
it? Yeah, tell me.
Let's
what
look it up. Einstein-Rosen bridges, named after Albert Einstein and Nathan Rosen,
Mm,
Jews. I can say that because I'm Jewish.
you can.
Are connections between areas of space that can be modeled as vacuums, whatever. I mean, it's a worm, it's a mysterious hole between a black hole, the entry, and a white hole, the exit. There's a lot of holes. And you know what? all the good things are a whole.
It seems that way.
Connects time and space. Sure. Okay. To pass through it is to travel through time.
And here's a dude in a cave with
With
a
a lantern.
Oh,
Oh, it says Ulrich
yeah.
went in the time vagina to find his lost son,
nickel. And he's not messing around.
This guy is gonna find his son, and you know it's hard not to like somebody like that.
And we're also watching another show, a German show with him in
Yes,
it.
we are. There's a new show on Netflix called Tribes of Europa.
And he plays
like a wacky guy.
a wacky guy with a mustache, and he's kind of
And
he's funny.
He's funny in Tribes of Europa. I think he's got fake teeth in. He
Was he
found the
funny?
red
Found
cord.
the red string.
He's a detective. Don't set it on fire with that lighter,
He
idiot.
did not detect a flashlight.
No. Good thing.
And
He sees the serpent eating its own tail, which if you like time travel things as much as I do, in 12 Monkeys, there's also a serpent eating its own tail.
Get used to a serpent eating its own tail.
If you like time travel, there's always a serpent eating its own tail. I don't think in real life serpents ever eat their own tail.
No.
They shouldn't.
No.
Because you know what's in your tail?
Like,
you know that they've come up with like 100 fucking words since this pandemic? Pandemic inspires more than 1,200 new German words. Let's get some of them.
Germans that's their thing. They like just put other words together to make a new word. It's like turtle is,
They have a lot of shit.
Shell lizard.
Yeah, okay, like Mundschutz mode includes Mund for mouth, Schutz for protection, and mode as a term for fashion. So a literal translation would be mouth protection fashion.
My Mundschutzmode.
I mean, we gotta go to this place. Do you think by the time this comes out, we'll be able to go to Germany and maybe we'll be German famous from this show?
We'll be so.
I'm already sort of German famous from Knots Landing. Unter der Sonne Californian,
Under the Californian sun.
I think is what it's called in Germany.
German.
Have you ever heard of the triquetra?
So
We're flashing back and forth between Ulrich in the cave and Tannhaus talking to Scraggly Jesus. And what is funny is that Tannhaus is saying to Scraggly Jesus, have you ever heard of the triquetra? And I wish that Scraggly Jesus would go, have I ever heard of the who do you think you're fucking talking to? I'm Scraggly Jesus. Nothing is complete without a third dimension. I think Einstein and Rosen overlooked something. This guy thinks he's smarter than fucking Albert Einstein.
Look who's,
Look who's talking Tannhaus.
Mr.
You're
Clocks.
a clock fixer.
Clocks are us.
Yeah. You're surrounded by clocks. Sic Mundus. Okay, Ulrich finds. He finds a door with
the triquetra on it.
Okay, so, and Tannhaus is saying a wormhole connects not just 2, but 3 different dimensions. Tannhaus sounds like he's just smoking pot all day. Ulrich opens the door. He's going in. Big blast of air.
Creeping along.
Oh, what happens is you go in the door and then there's a fork in the road. You can either go this way or that way. And I don't remember which way Mikkel went, but Ulrich went left. Seeing a little boy on the bicycle. He's going to like a big mansion. Oh
this
shit.
is so good.
Somebody from off screen called this little boy Helga.
Helga.
Oh God. All right. So
you're about to meet
definitely one of the top not great moms in the world.
But one of our favorite characters.
Yes. This is a good looking woman with a severe hairstyle and very, I guess, uh, accurately pointy breasts.
Yeah,
Like she-
severe bra style.
Yeah, I mean, like take an eye out sweater breasts. She is not a warm woman.
What
Helga,
did he do?
he's dirty. He was at the construction site. She says, take off your clothes. This woman is terrifying. This is like the kind of person who cleans your body with a Q-tip, you know, like in a bad
steel
way.
brush.
Yes, and alcohol.
You know, this kid is just, he can't decide what perversion he's gonna.
Oh,
She grabbed
shit,
him
she
by
grabs
the
his
ear.
ear. There's no way that this kid, whatever is gonna happen to this character, he is gonna be kinky. Because he's got a severe mom making him take off his clothes
Stripped.
as she looks at him. I mean, he is gonna hire a hooker to do this with him. This is how it happens. She says,
Oh, now
wait
wait
here.
here in your
He's in his
underpants.
underwear and she goes upstairs.
Here comes dad.
And he's got a limp. Father comes in and he's like a nice, this is a trope in almost everything. The
Yeah.
dad is nice and the mom is mean. He was at the construction site.
Rumgekrochen ist wieder.
So the dad is like trying to lighten the mood with his son
Good.
in his underwear.
The
And
kid
he's
went to
like,
the
hey,
construction
you went to
site.
the construction site.
Great.
What did you see there? And the mom goes, he's been creeping around again. It's like she is almost to the level of parody. She's almost Frau Blucher in Young Frankenstein.
Yes.
Right? She's like
Yes,
a
she's
young,
like, Cloris
sexy Cloris Leachman
Yes.
in Young Frankenstein. Okay, so Helga's telling his dad they found 2 dead bodies in the middle of the construction site.
He hightails it out.
He's like, bye. So now we're in the coroner's office in 1953, and we have young Tiedemann, and we go to the coroner in
Yes.
every 33 years, so the coroner is gonna say their eyes are burnt out, simply from a phosphorus grenade. That's not the only strange thing. They both had these fucking necklaces around
With a
their neck
penny.
with the red
Course.
string. The coin is from 1986.
How is that possible?
Is this a joke? Oh, this is funny, you
This
guys.
is great.
Okay, so now they go to the clothes the boys were wearing and say, because the guy's going, the coin that says 1986, is that a joke? Because we're in 1953.
Oh, it couldn't
And the
be.
coroner says, it gets even better. Look at the tag on the collar. It says made in China. Rick's coming out of the vagina cave and
Hey, it
he's
looks
like,
normal.
wow, no, it looks different.
Oh,
What's that gate? And he's
weird.
looking, oh, where am I? Scraggly Jesus is handing Tannhaus the book,
And it's a well-worn copy of this book.
A Journey Through Time, by himself. And he's saying it's been a long time since I've seen that. There were only 500 copies. So Tannhaus wrote a book that nobody read but the characters in this show. Every 33 years, the cycle of the moon is synchronized with that of the sun. That's
Okay.
probably real. But the 33 is more than that. We encounter it everywhere. 33 litanies of the angels, Dante's 33 cantos in purgatory. Oh, and as everyone knows, it is the age when the Antichrist begins his rule.
It'd be great if Baskin Robbins had, instead of 31, had
33
33
flavors.
flavors of Baskin Robbins.
There's 33 flavors of Baskin Robbins. There's
30.
99 Luft balloons, which is 3 times 33. Helga
Bully alert.
is finding some bullies. These 2 like 50s toughs come up to Helga, see if there's anything in his pockets, that they're gonna pee on him.
Don't pee on the little boy.
Oh, God. Helga is gonna, he's gonna have a thing about women, mean women and mean men peeing on him.
Don't pee. And now he's gonna go home and he's covered in pee, and his mom is gonna say, it's gonna be like her Christmas. He's gonna
Take off your
take
clothes.
off your pee clothes.
Oh, there's Ulrich. He sees the little boy on the ground,
Covered in pee.
covered in pee. He runs, running to Helga. So Ulrich
So great.
says to this little boy, did someone come by here? An old man in pajamas who we know is old Helga. He is asking boy Helga about
Old man.
old
Helga.
man Helga. Come on, guys.
Mind blown.
This show is great. And now he's saying, are you okay? He's like, I just got peed on. And he says, you have to defend yourself or they'll never
They'll
stop.
never stop.
And Helga says, but
They're
they're
stronger
stronger
than
than me. Ulrich says, just bite
Bite 'em.
them. Oh, he's a good dad. Now we're back to Scraggly Jesus talking to Tannhaus, and he's drawing a picture,
Of a stick
shining a
figure.
light. So if you're
Yes.
standing in an infinitely large room and someone shines a light, the beam of light should go on forever. There's no reason to assume that it could come back at you from the other direction. But a wormhole changes the topology. Now he takes the piece of paper of space-time and turns it around. I mean, let's demonstrate this. Here's it, right? So if you imagine you're standing in a room and the beam, this is the beam of light, it'll just keep going in this direction. It'll never come back to you from the other direction unless you make it a circle. And now, well, you know, you get it.
You get it.
Take a
I
piece
don't
of,
know about these paper foldy. This is why, you know, it's like, you know, oh, this is 1,000,000 miles, but you just take your spaceship and you go like that and they're touching. It's like, no, I don't buy that.
you don't think that's gonna happen?
I bet it is because they say it is, but
Well, we want it to happen so
We
we
want it to
could
happen.
go to
Yeah.
space.
yes, that's true.
But they got like breathing music.
And, oh no, who's this?
Oh, now a woman says, hello, could you help me? And she is like, you know, in a costume from, she's all, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, she's dressed like, she's ready for some action. Okay, her name is Agnes Nielsen.
Oh yeah, there's my son Tronta.
There are other characters with the last name Nielsen, and I can't remember who the fuck they are. Let's look it up. Tronta is Ulrich's father.
He's I'm going out to get twine for the garden.
Yes, yes. So she says, hi, I'm Agnes Nielsen. That's my son, Tronta.
Ulrich is looking at his grandmother.
Ulrich is looking at his grandmother and his father is a child, and she's saying we're new in Winden. He's looking at his father as a young boy. Hello.
You're
Saying,
Tronta Nielsen?
You're Tronta Nielsen?
That's my dad's name.
You're
Agnes
Agnes
Nielsen? And like also like my grandmother is hot as fuck.
Yeah.
You know, that's also going on.
Yeah, that's true. He says, excuse the question, but what year is it? She says 1953. Okay, now we're back to Tannhaus. What do you think? And Tannhaus is saying something that is very key to this show. If you travel back in time and meet your father, would you change things? Can you change things? Or is time an eternal beast that can't be defeated? Okay, so now
Can we change
the course of events. Now,
Jeder Wissenschaftler würde sagen, nein, das verbietet der kausale Determinismus.
causal determinism forbids it, but it is human nature to believe we play a role in our own lives. That's what Tannhaus is saying. You can't change the past, but we wish we want to. Now we're back in, oh my God.
Yep.
We cut from Old Man Tannhaus,
Which was probably in
86.
86.
Now we're
Then we
back
just-
in
So it's
1953.
just like one guy and then it's cut to the other guy.
And Ulrich,
Same guy.
and Ulrich, and he's saying, can I help you, to Ulrich, who is standing there.
And it's young Tannhaus.
Sind Sie Harry Tannhaus?
So,
Ulrich is saying, are you H.G.
oh,
Tannhaus?
this
This is
is
good.
Tannhaus?
Ulrich shows him the book he writes in the future. He's saying, no, I'm not the same
not
guy.
that guy.
It's 1953, little girl. It's Helga, young Helga. She's saying, you're late. I told you to be on time. And he says, okay, so Helga has gone to little girl Claudia Tiedemann's house.
She's his tutor. He says he forgot the
The money,
money.
but we know that his money was stolen and he got peed on. He's had a bad fucking day.
Yes.
I mean, he saw two dead kids and he got robbed and peed on and his mother yelled at him. We're meeting Egon Tiedemann's wife, Agnes Nielsen, and Tronta, Claudia. This is our dog Gretchen. I hope you're okay with dogs. She's saying my husband isn't here much, he's with the police. Okay, Egon Tiedemann's wife is like a little dormouse and Agnes Nielsen is like a hot number in her dress.
Blah, 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 boom.
Okay, Agnes Nielsen says her husband's dead. Okay, so now we're back with young Tannhaus and Ulrich. Tannhaus is giving him
glass
some
of
water and
He's
saying, should I call
flipping
a
out.
doctor?
You look like you're crazy.
Somebody else comes in the shop.
Uh-oh, who's this?
It's Inez. Two little girls come in the shop. Inez, who's mole nurse.
The woman who
This
adopts Ulrich's son,
that's right.
Mikkel.
Mikkel, that's right. That's
In the
right.
future, this little girl will adopt Ulrich's missing son.
Time traveling son.
And he's traveled himself back in time to find his son. We know,
That Mikkel went to 1986.
so Ulrich has gone
Ulrich has gone to the
too
wrong.
far. He took the wrong.
Yes, well,
That's
we
what
got
I'm
to.
thinking now. He took the wrong.
You did.
Because it is this, you know what, that's what it is. It's like we think you go in and you come to a fork in the road.
Yes.
There's really three different roads. If you'd come in the 1986 door, your two forks would be
1953
53 or
and
2019.
Yes.
So no matter which
The
fork you're
tritetra.
on, you come to a fork in the road.
Yeah.
Because there's a threezy deal.
Yeah. Okay, so Inez is now, she's a little girl and she's going, hey, did you hear what the police found this morning? Let me tell you about the dead boys at the
Quite the
construction.
talk. Well, it would be.
Okay, so this was important and I was putting on lipstick. Yana, so Inez, little Inez and Yana come into Tannhaus's clock fixing store. And Inez is like, did you hear about the two little boys in the fucking thing and the experiments? So Ulrich gets up like a shot, grabs her and says, what the fuck are you talking about?
But he also said about the other one, Mom.
Yeah, and he called Jana, who I guess is married to Tronta.
And we just saw young Tronta.
Yeah,
And this is-
Jana in our time is the one who's
Pill-taking sad lady.
still taking sad lady married to blood on the sweater.
Yes.
No, he wants to know about the boys. The police found two dead boys this morning. Ulrich is like, oh my God, maybe one of those is my son. They all have the cool backpack.
Yeah,
I want it.
you could get one of those.
I've tried it. It's more of a pain in the ass. He
You
forgot
left his
his
coat.
parka. Okay, so now Helga is walking in the woods behind Claudia and Tronta.
Tronta and
Helga's kind of like, oh great, cool looking Tronta with his fancy hair shows up, and now Claudia's in love with him. They get to the caves, and Claudia is saying, oh, those are our caves.
those are our caves.
We're not allowed to go in. She's like, Helga, go
You're a little
home.
drag.
Helga's like, God damn it.
The
Oh, but he
doggy
finds the
likes-
dog. Helga
Oh,
is,
don't be a shit.
so Helga, mad that Claudia is taking up with Tronta, throws a stick into the cave so Claudia's dog will go chase it.
Gretchen.
Dogs like sticks. So that little dog
That's
goes
bad and
in
mean.
the time cave. He's fucked
You're a
up.
mean little shit.
But
And
look
what
at his
you have-
life. Okay, so now Claudia is calling for her dog. Helga knows he's fucked up, so he's running away. Okay, so now Ulrich shows up at the cop station wanting to see the corpses of the kids because he thinks one of them is Mikkel. And Tiedemann walks in going, what's going on here? And we are going to see Ulrich says, did one of those boys have brown hair? He wants to see my son. My son disappeared. I want to know if one of those dead kids is mine. I have a picture. Ship my jacket. People are saying he's drunk. Okay, so now Ulrich is going, do you know someone named Helga Doppler? And Bernd Doppler's son, no old, about 70. The only old one is Bernd Doppler. Bernd Doppler from the nuclear power plant. Bernd is Helga's dad, correct. This is Egon Tiedemann coming face to face with who in 1986 will be the teenage boy that is his nemesis,
Yes.
Ulrich Nielsen.
So
who
he's
is
seeing him as a grown man.
Seeing him as a grown
and when
man.
he's old, he'll see him as a young boy.
Boy, and think he is a
A
Satanist.
Satanist.
Rapist. It's a good episode. Oh my
This
God,
is a
we're
good
back to
episode.
Old Man Townhouse and
I know, this
Scraggly
might be a
Jesus.
two-parter.
I know. Why are you so fascinated with time? And Scraggly Jesus is saying, I want to know if I can change it. Egon Tiedemann has come home. His wife is like going, they're here. The woman who called about the rooms. She's odd, but I think she's nice. She takes off his coat like wives used to do. She's like his slave.
Yeah.
Okay, she's introducing Agnes Nielsen to her husband, who's like going, "Aonga, aonga." I know. Agnes,
Remember the wolf?
yeah.
Remember the wolf?
Going, I bet he's canceled. The wolf is canceled now too. I mean, if you're gonna cancel Pepe Le Pew, you gotta cancel the wolf. Okay, so now Claudia and Tranta come back saying my dog is gone.
Gretchen is gone.
Let me tell you something. Your dad may be a cop. He ain't gonna find your fucking dog.
No,
He can't
he's,
solve one crime. Where's Helga?
Who cares?
Maybe Gretchen is with Helga. That must be it. Go and find out. You're a man. Get out of here.
Yeah, so I can be alone.
Alone with the hot lady. The past doesn't just influence the future.
Pause.
The future also influences the past, according to
we've heard this
Tannhaus.
before.
It's like a chicken, it's a question of the chicken and the egg. We can no longer say which of the two came first. Everything is interconnected. Elric has found Helga with his dead birds in the box. He says, you're Helga Doppler, aren't you? Ulrich sits down next to him. Did you find the man you're looking for? He says, did you find the man you're looking for? And Ulrich says, yes, because now he knows. I'm in 1953, and I am talking to Helga, who I am convinced has something to do with the disappearance of my son
And min brota.
and my brother from 2019 and 1986. From Ulrich's point of view, he is looking at a murderer as a child.
Mm-hmm.
And we have been hearing all episode long, can you change the future?
By changing the past.
Ulrich says, what's in your box? Helga shows him the dead birds. Okay, so if you're a cop in 2019 who watches any kind of TV show about serial killers, you know they always start out killing animals.
Dead animals. So this is like, okay, bingo for you.
I am
full psycho.
You're a psychopath. You're a budding psychopath.
Boy psycho.
And he's saying, did you kill them? Helga says, no. They just fall from the sky. They just plop down. Now, in Helga's defense, Ulrich should know that that happens all the time in Winden. I just collect them, he's saying. They're so beautiful when they're dead, is what the little boy says. Ulrich is like having a real crisis now. And he says, but you will kill something. The two boys at the construction site. My brother.
My
son.
Nicht jetzt, aber
Not
später.
now, but in the future. He's putting it all together.
Yeah, he's working himself up.
But I can change
I
it.
can change
He
it.
says, I can change it. I can change the past. And the
Running,
future.
running.
Okay, Helga is like, he is not stupid. So little boy Helga
Boom.
gets up immediately and starts running away, and Ulrich chases him, catches him, and Ulrich is saying, if you don't exist, none of this will happen.
Oh, and
Now
now he
Helga
did it.
did it.
Because that was in that advice he got.
He kicks him in the face and runs away. Ulrich is chasing through the woods, and Helga's running to
The cabin.
the cabin in the woods. Ulrich gets him.
Ulrich. He pauses with
He
a
pauses
rock.
because he feels bad.
Yay!
It looks like Helga's dead,
His head is all mashed up.
which is we do know in the future
He's got a
that.
mashed up ear. and
Okay,
bad
so
face.
Ulrich sees the open bunker. Jon Tiedemann is at Helga's house because he's looking for the dog. The maid says
Yes.
Mrs. Doppler will be right downstairs.
It'd be funny if he said, is she going to do the entrance? Like, yes, all the
Yeah,
time.
she always has to come from
Down the
upstairs.
stairs. Here it is.
Here we go. Mein husband isn't home. Okay, I'm going to do my imitation. Say I'm looking for Gretchen.
I'm looking for Gretchen.
Perhaps Helga took her. Certainly not. Helga knows we don't allow animals in the house.
It'd be funny if she should take off your clothes.
That's pretty good, right?
That was
Am I
great.
doing it?
Yeah, I'm scary.
And he's like,
Good day, you're going to go
Bye.
away.
okay, Ulrich is dragging Helga into the bunker.
Yep. You know what it's kind of is occurring to me? They're all trying to take action. Like he's like the physical
Yes.
and like
Charlotte Doppler, she's also mental.
she's taking action mentally.
Jonas is the emotional.
Yes, but he's the sort of the yeah, it's like you hurt my son. If I go back in time and kill you, you won't hurt my son. And that's it. You know, that's all I need.
That's
to
all I
think
got.
about.
Yeah. That's it.
And we're
That's
just
all I
gonna
got.
do that. He's a man of action.
He's a man of action. Okay, so Helga's locked in the bunker with his face all fucked up. And now we're seeing Tiedemann's wife and Agnes Nielsen making the bed. Very erotic here. It's like, this is, I'm Agnes Nielsen. You be Tiedemann's wife. We make the bed and I go. Tiedemann's wife is like, did that just happen? I
She's
feel
like-
things in my underfoot area. And gasoline. Oh, okay. Now we're somewhere, and we're in. We saw this room with guns and hand grenades right at the beginning
Right
of
at
the
the
show,
very beginning.
and now we're seeing a picture of young Tiedemann and
And
old
old
Tiedemann when
Tiedemann.
he's Dummkopf, and someone saying all our lives are connected. And
Then
now we
there's
see a picture of Tranta
Tranta.
as a little boy, as a middle-aged
Do we
man.
ever see middle-aged man?
Yes,
Oh,
because
'cause
he's
he was
having an
having an
affair with
yes.
Claudia.
And what do they have?
Strange.
String.
And old man Tranta.
Ein Schicksals.
And now we
Now-
see little girl Claudia, middle-aged Claudia, old lady Claudia.
Which we haven't seen.
No, but voiceover says our fate bound to another. And we
Okay.
also Helga
There's
through
Helga.
time.
If that middle picture,
Yeah.
if I was getting my picture taken, I'd favor the other side of my face.
Yes.
Because there's a note,
The middle
like
picture.
the photographer would be
We'll
like,
say, hey, you know what?
Yeah,
I think
let's do this.
your angle is this.
Yeah, I think you're the
Not
right side.
this where your face is all bashed in. Now we see it a wide shot of all these things connected with string.
Yeah, some of the string is white, some of it is red.
Red, and some of it is black, I think. Oh,
Oh, bingo.
okay. And who's looking at the wall?
Who's made this wall?
Who's made this wall? It's old lady Claudia Tiedemann, who Jonathan just said, we haven't met her yet. Well, we're meeting her now.
Boom.
She looks like a witch. What if I told you that everything in your book was true, is what Scraggly Jesus says? What if I fucking blew your mind right now, motherfucker?
Komm aus der
And
I
he
come
says,
from the future.
I come from the future.
Just says it.
Mic drop.
Umlauf
I
nach
traveled through the
1986.
wormhole to 1986. And he's got his box.
Get
Tano
that.
says, where did you get
You got the
that?
good
Ist
cool.
kaputt.
He says, it's broken. You have to fix
You
it.
built it. I can't do
Thanos is
that.
saying, I can't do that.
Sind doch Ihre Initialen.
Aren't those
Sie
your
haben sie gebaut.
initials? You
You
built
built
it.
it.
This device enables one to travel through time and space,
Ja,
opens a
das mit
porthole
33 Jahren
through
in die
which one
Vergangenheit und
can
33
travel
Jahre in
33 years into the past and 33 years into the
So this
future.
is very interesting in terms of the mythology of the show.
Yes.
It's like you can only go 33 years into the past or the future.
Yes.
You can't like go to yesterday.
No,
You can't like go, oh, I'm gonna bet on the World Series.
no, the rules of the show are 33.
Und das Wormloch, durch
And the
das sie
wormhole you
gekommen
traveled through.
hat das
Did that
gemacht.
device create it?
Nein.
Nine.
Hey, wait a minute. There's
Did
another
not create
wormhole.
it.
Vor wenigen
A
Monaten
few
gab es
months
einen
ago,
Störfall
an
im
incident
Kernkraftwerk
at the
und das
nuclear power plant
Energiefeuersystem.
released a blast of energy.
Der Apparat ist
But the
jedenfalls in der
device is
Lage.
able to repeat the same process. And you want to create another wormhole, Tannhaus says.
Nein, ich will es verstehen. Es ist
I want to
I
destroy,
want to destroy the one that
exists.
exists. Tannhaus says, I want you to leave now.
Believe this.
This guy, he says, I'm leaving it. I'm going. Picks up his shit, walks to the door, and we did this on Knots Landing all the time. You walk to the door,
Yeah.
and then you turn
You
back
turn around.
Yes.
And you say your
And you
last.
say your big fucking line. And he says, I've seen the future. I know what happened.
Oh my goodness. What has he got?
He opens a
Sly
box.
devil.
He
Yeah.
already has a
He's
time
got
machine.
one of those.
So now he has two.
Identical.
Now we're back at Tannhaus in the 50s. Okay,
This is good.
Tannhaus from the 50s is by himself.
Yep.
He looks over at the chair where Ulrich's parka is because he left his parka because he left abruptly. Tannhaus looks at the parka. Oh, the pockets.
Pockets. I'll look in the pockets.
Oh my God,
What's
guess what's
there?
in the pocket?
Oh,
A fucking cell phone.
A small ceramic tile.
What is this? I'm gonna press the buttons and it turns on. And so
Holy
I
shit.
drop it.
It's a photograph.
And now we see Ulrich sitting in the dark night woods, looking at this bunker where he has placed.
The dead boy.
Oh my
Action
God,
packed.
Jesus Christ.
I'm worn out. Look, be sure to like.
Like, subscribe, you
Write
can
us
ask us
messages,
questions
ask-
like, how did I color my hair? Why am I so cute?
Why is she so cute?
Aw,
Yeah, it's true.
thank you. Let's stop this.
Goodbye.